90% of investors will not tell you about how they found their best deals. And so in today's video, I'm gonna be going through my 3 best seller finance deals. And then at the end of the video, I'm actually gonna be talking about exactly how I found these. And I promise it's something that you can do just as well as me. So make sure you stick to the end to see how I found them. There are so many people that see gurus talk about these wonderful deals, but the hope is that in today's video that I can show you, hey, here are the deals, and then you can have some actionable steps on how you can actually find these deals yourself. The goal is that you will have confidence to do this on your own by the end of today's video. I can promise you that finding these deals are not easy, but if you put in the work to actually do it, it will change you and your family's life forever. And that's a commitment. I can promise you that because it's done it for my own life. Okay, so let's dive right into it. The first deal that we're going to talk about is a single family home that's seller finance in Holiday. Holiday is one of the most expensive cities in Utah, and there's a reason for it. It's absolutely gorgeous. Tons of mature trees right next to the city, right next to the mountains. A lot of people want to live there. So let's dive right through the numbers. We bought this place for $610,500. After negotiations on the inspection, that's where it ended up. We put $90,000 for the down payment, and we got a 3.25% interest rate. Now, keep in mind, when I do these interest rates, I always prefer to be interest only. That helps lower my monthly fee so that I can cash flow more. Versus if we're paying towards principal, we're gonna have a higher monthly fee, but the benefit is you're paying down principal. I choose to have a lower payment and decide where that extra goes. So at the end of the deal, it was $1,400 on the monthly payment, and our rent, which is currently rented out right now, is $2,600. Now, my client for this deal specifically, they didn't care about a long balloon. If I were to take this down in my personal portfolio, I would want a 7-year balloon minimum, right? Whereas my client is a lot more liquid than me. He makes a lot more money than I do. And so he was okay with the 4-year balloon. He's gonna let it ride, and then he can decide what he wants to do at the end of the 4 years. It helps him with taxes today, and it cash flows in the meantime. So it's a beautiful deal in a great neighborhood. So I just wanna show you a little bit more in depth. Here's the property right here. A clean single family in a great area. You can see all those mature trees. Clean neighborhood, beautiful. Okay, now another thing I want to show you. Like I said, we bought this for $610,500. Estimated value based on realtor.com is $613,000. When we're buying these creative finance deals, we're almost always paying market value. So you can see right there, we paid market value just about. Now, the cool part about Holiday, which you can see from this graph, is how much appreciation happens. Now, of course, in these 2 COVID years, growth was absolutely insane, but let's just look at the numbers, right? In 2020, realtor.com estimated this home to be around just below $400,000. Now, in today's market, they're estimating it to be just above $600,000. So you can see what's happened in 4 years to Holiday as a city. It's in a massive appreciation market, and I think my client got an absolute steal. I'm super happy for my client. I think this is going to be a super good deal for him. So that's the first deal. And the reason I like it, just to highlight it, is number 1, it's in an amazing city with high appreciation. Number 2, it cash flows. Number 3, it's true seller finance. So there's no bank involved. The due on sale clause isn't going to happen. It's super clean, right? The biggest con is the 4-year balloon. I think they honestly would have been open to a longer one, but my client didn't care. Okay. So let's dive into the second deal. Now, this is another one that I helped a client pick up, and I think it's a phenomenal deal. It's in Highland, Utah, which is probably one step below Holiday, but a phenomenal location. Salt Lake County, Utah County. I would honestly compare Highland to being the Holiday of Salt Lake County. That's how I kind of see it. It's a very affluent area, high appreciation. So we purchased this for $710,000. We put $90,000 down, and the interest rate is 3% on an interest only. You know why I do interest only? Because it cash flows more. Now the numbers on this one are phenomenal. The mortgage is $1,550 and the rents are $3,900. There's a massive shop on the side that you can rent out as well. So that's why these rents on a single family are huge. For this one, we got a 5-year balloon on it. And again, it's true seller finance, super clean deal. So let's look at this one. He did some remodeling to it and you can see it's on like half an acre. Let's just look at this. Look at the freaking mountain views. It's absolutely gorgeous. A sign of a good location is where they're building $1 million homes in brand new construction. So they actually tore down and built this home here. There's a lot of nice homes in this neighborhood and it's appreciating at an extremely high rate. So some data for you. Highland has actually appreciated 8.5% over the last 10 years. So not just during the COVID years, it's been appreciating at an extremely high rate for over a decade. And I think it's going to continue going up. So great purchase for my client there. Now I'm going to go into my third deal here. This is one that I picked up myself. So of course, it's my favorite because of that. It's in my personal portfolio and I absolutely love it. So this one is a triplex that I picked up in South Salt Lake, right on the border of Mill Creek. Like if you walked 10 feet, you would be in Mill Creek. So, and I have to say that because Mill Creek has a much better name than South Salt Lake. So it's right on the border. I honestly think it's a great location. So the purchase price on this one was $685,000. We came in at 700, but after the inspection report, we dropped it down to 15,000. Our interest rate is 4.5%, interest only. Again, that's what I prefer. And my mortgage on this one is $2,250 with my rents total across the 3 units is $4,300. Now I have a 5-year balloon on this with an option to extend 2 more years. And my down payment is $85,000. So let me pull this one up for you. Looks like I paid just about market value, but guess what? Zillow has no idea how to estimate a triplex. Look, it says it's a 2-bed, 1-bath, when in reality, there's 3 units that are 2-bed, 1-bath. My reality, like I feel like this triplex is pushing 800, especially with what we've done to it. Zillow just has no idea how to give an estimate on a triplex. So that's where things are at. If it sold at where I bought it today, the cap rate would be insane for the area. So I know I have some equity in it. I'm estimating it to be around like 800,000. But here it is. The swamp coolers, we got rid of those. It has central air. It has a new paint job. It has new furnaces, water heaters. It's so clean and easy and the numbers work great. That's why I freaking love this deal so much. I don't think about it at all. It's separately metered. It's super clean and it cash flows super well. So, and that's my strategy. How I decide what a good deal is. It's not just all about the cash flow. You can have a ton of cash flow, but it's a sticky deal. All of these are owned free and clear. I don't have to think about the due on sale. It's very negotiable with the seller and they're clean. Once they're rented out, you kind of set it aside. It runs it up on the cash flow, the appreciation builds, and that's how I prefer my portfolio. Clean, simple, stack. Okay, so now that we've dove into my 3 favorite seller financing deals, now let's talk about how I found each of them. So let's start with the holiday deal, right? I'll show you exactly how I found this deal live. I will go into Zillow here. I'll go more. I'll type in seller financing. As you can see, I've done several times. These are all deals that have talked about seller financing in their verbiage. And so what I will do, I will click into them, see how it looks, and then I will call this agent, see what terms they're offering, and then I will negotiate from there. It's so simple, but guess what? There's so much money to be had doing it. And this is what I do for a lot of my deals, honestly. Same thing here on the Highland one, my second deal that I talked about. Went on Zillow. I'll show you exactly where this one is. This one's Highland. Holiday is right here. So boom, I see a dot in Highland. Obviously not a $5 million house, but you can see there's a lot of nice houses here. Cool. This one looks like they're talking about seller financing. It has some of the terms. I don't want to put $160,000 down. So maybe I call this specific listing and I negotiate it to where it makes sense. I say, hey, I will give you your purchase price of $675, but in return, can we try and get this down payment down to like 100 grand maybe, and this interest rate down to 3.5? So that's how I take this down. It works extremely well. Now for this deal, the triplex, how did I find this one? This is from a commercial broker who works in multifamily. He's one of my best friends just by chance, and so I follow up with him a lot about deals. But you can do this with any commercial broker. You can hit him up, say, hey, I'm a legit buyer. This is what I'm looking for. Give them your specific buy box. And if they find a deal, they can bring it to you. Everyone knows that I am obsessed with the seller finance space. So when I talk to commercial brokers, it's, hey, this is what I'm looking for. If you find something, keep me in mind. I will close. I will make your life easy and get you paid. And that's what I did here. My friend got his full commission and it's been a great deal. And hopefully he'll bring me a lot more. So that's how I found each of these few deals. And I believe that you can do that yourself, no matter where you are at in your phase of investing. It's super simple. It just takes diligence and commitment. Okay, now to recap. The reason why I love all these deals is because they're true seller finance in great locations and they cash flow. So to make this digestible as possible for you, if you're negotiating these deals, keep in mind these 5 levers. Now, mortgage and interest rate kind of go hand in hand. So your 5 levers are purchase price, interest rate, rents, balloon, down payment. Use those to find a win-win solution with the seller. And I will reiterate, I believe that anyone, wherever they're at, can find these deals. It just takes discipline and commitment. So I challenge you to stick with it and to find one of these deals. Whether you sell it to me for 25 grand, whether you keep it in your own portfolio, it'll change your life. So get going on it. I'm gonna be doing a lot more of these videos with actual live calls with these agents showing you how I negotiate these deals. So if you're interested in that, and if you wanna find more of these deals, make sure you hit that like button, especially if you learned something, and subscribe. Listen, growing on this platform is a lot harder than it looks. I devote a lot of time into giving free education. So that's the least that you can do. Please hit that like, hit that subscribe, and hopefully you learned something. If you have any other questions, make sure you comment and I'll answer every single one of them. Thanks for watching.